Therefore shall all hands faint, and every man's heart shall what? Melt. Melt. Why? Because of what? Fire. Fire. Right?
Imagine that, it's lucky, man. You got to get visual with this. Imagine your heart melting.
Yeah. Your mind.
That's grievous, man.
That's like.
That's more than a light case of heartburn.
Yeah. A mind burn.
Yeah.
Heartburn is a heartburn. Heartburn. Yeah. It says, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. And they shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Right? Their faces shall be as flames. Or they say that their face shall be as gather blackness, man. Read that again, what you had, man.
Joel 2, verse 6. Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Next verse. Come on. Verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks.
They shall not break their ranks. Again, talking about these horsemen, aka these missiles, ICBMs. They're not going to break their ranks. They're not going to collide with one another and destroy one another. They're all going to hit their mark, which is what? The United States. Babylon the Great, the great land of our captivity. Right? We're reading about it right now. We're reading about it. These horsemen are likened unto missiles. Or should I say these missiles are likened unto horsemen. Right? Because that's the most powerful part of the army. Okay? Because here is the Lord of the Rings. The riders of Rohirrim. They were outnumbered by the orcs. But because they were on horseback, they won the war.
Yeah.
They rode right through the motherfuckers, man. Made them like sandwiches, man. You know what I'm saying? So these horsemen are the missiles. That's the power. That's the ultimate power of Russia and all the global powers is their nuclear missile arsenal. Okay? That's why you hear about all these nations boasting about their nuclear missile arsenal. Right? Testing out their missiles. North Korea, India, Israel, Russia with Satan II. Their submarine missile called the Poseidon. Right? That's their horsemen. That's how this war will be fought. Not by sword, not by spear, but by burning and fuel of fire. That's how this war will be fought. Come on now, read on.
Joel 2, verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path.
Right.
And when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
You two are Israelites. You're not black. You're not black.
Not black.
Your skin isn't black. Exactly. Israelites. Niggas, man.
Wait, let's get
Go on, say it. Read that again.
Joel 2, verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path.
Right.
And when they shall fall, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Right. Come on.
Verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall climb. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
They're going to enter in. And then they're entering at the windows because Esau got the missile defense systems, man. And the missiles, them defense systems are gonna fail. Because this is the work of the Heavenly Father. You can't stop the work of the Most High. Right? The Most High's gonna make it where Esau's missile defense technology is gonna fail him. That's why I said they're gonna come into the city and running to and fro. And what? Read them. Read it again.
Joel 2 verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses,
They shall climb up upon the houses, come on.
they shall enter in at the windows
They shall
like,
enter in at the windows
like a thief.
like a thief, come on.
Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them,
The what?
the earth shall quake before them,
What?
the
Wait, man.
Recording.
Huh?
It's recording.
Recording myself, yeah.
But why did you try to put it on me though?
Because this is for the edification of our people, man.
Okay.
This is not to show you up, because you're thinking that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to-
no. But where is this gonna go? Where could I find this?
This
Like,
is
channel?
going on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So am I gonna be there?
No, obviously you ran.
So you're gonna cut it and
So
you're not gonna
you're
post
not
it?
going to be on it. You ran in it.
Yeah, mom.
But the point, because you're not on right now, you're not being recorded right now. But for your edification, because you might go and think about it. Because I don't know, do you go to church or something like that? You
go
said you're Muslim,
Yeah, Muslim.
right? Muslim has nothing to do with your people,
I know. I never said that.
right? So why do you got anything to do with it?
To do with what?
Muslim, Islam.
Because it's my religion.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to
It's
do
what
with
I
you,
believe in.
you and your people.
But he's got things to do
What
with
you
my
should
soul,
believe
so
in is your people.
I believe in my people, my religion. I
You and
never
your
created
people.
me.
You and your people.
I believe you created me.
Huh?
I believe you created me.
Say.
I said, I believe he has created me, the earth. He's created everyone, all animals. That's what I believe.
Yeah,
And
bro,
I believe-
you have your own specific people. We're
Yeah,
not
I don't
all the
really wa-
same. Come on now, you know that. Like on a real level, man to man.
I
You're
just care about
a
my
man yourself.
So would
You
ever-
as a
Wait,
man, you have your own specific.
Okay. Can I ask you one question? And that's it.
Well,
Would you
let me
repent
just explain. Let me explain. No ego. No
Yeah,
ego.
yeah.
No ego. We're just saying on the levels. We're all the same people. Like you see us right here.
Yeah.
Look, bro. That
Wait.
me, this brother. We're the same genealogy.
Yeah.
Right? So you should be looking for the restoration of us.
I get.
Not everybody on planet Earth.
We'll see each other on the hereafter.
He's young. Right? Read that again, Salakio. He's young.
Joel 2 verse 8, neither shall, Salakia. Joel 2 verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city. Verse 10. Joel 2 verse
Now
10.
you can read from verse 9. Read from verse 9 into verse 10. Because that nigga, he came and fucked up.
Yeah, Joel 2 verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses,
Right?
they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Well, because what they say about Jericho, that the walls got broken down, they said they're going to run up on the walls. So the walls of modern day Jericho is not going to defend them or keep them. They said that the horsemen are going to run up all up on the walls. And you know, horsemen, they're designated for destruction, man. So they're going to run up on your defense missile system and deliver great destruction. So America, that's modern day Jericho. Let me get this scripture now. That's in Joshua. Innit? So lucky. Hold on, bear me. Right. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. So this is Joshua chapter 6. Let me start from verse 1 here, and then I'm going to jump to verse 18. Now Jericho was straitly shut up. Because of the children of Israel, none went out and none came in. And Yahweh said unto Joshua, See, I have given unto thine hand Jericho, into thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. Right? Let me jump down to verse 18. And ye, in any wise, keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed, when ye take of the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. For all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto Yahweh. They shall come into the treasury of Yahweh. So the people shouted when the priests blew the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. What? So what's going to take the city of Babylon? The missiles, man. Yeah. Isaiah 50. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. So right. You got something? Bring it up. Bring that out.
Same.
Yeah. Bring it out. Same thing.
Joel 2, verse 10. The earth shall quake before them.
Right.
The
So
heavens-
wait, start up with us.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Joel 2, verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall.
Right. Run upon what?
The wall.
Right.
They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
They shall enter in as at the windows like a thief. What's that in Isaiah?
You can imagine the thief coming in like this, into the house, man.
Isaiah 24, verse 18. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. What it says, for the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Why the foundation of the earth shake? Because the missiles, man. The windows from an eye are open, meaning the ozone layer, man.
Yeah.
And the missiles come down, boy, and the foundation of the earth do shake. Right?
Real to and fro like a drunkard.
Like a drunkard. Read on. It says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved, man. Something that's dissolved. That has just been burned up, man. Just dissolved.
Like when you throw salt on the smell.
It's been melted, like. The thing that's this evaporated, this dissolved. So that this age, this rulership, this world is going to be what? Evaporated, man. It's be done. Finished. That's the set time of the affliction of Zion, when it will be accomplished, man. Then the earth is clean, what? Dissolved. So this whole rulership, when it says here, the virgin daughter of Babylon sit down in the dust, right? Come down and sit down in the dust. Yeah, because your throne has been dissolved, man. Right? So it says, Salakio, it says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. Clean. Clean, man. So fire is a cleaning agent.
Yep.
It's clean, dissolved, man, like a speedy riddance. You know what I'm saying? It's wiping the floor clean with the bosom of destruction.
Yep.
Right? Hold on, wait. The earth is moved exceedingly. Why? Because of that, the earthquake. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
The drunk man in the night.
It's like, yo, man. That's how the earth's gonna be. This reeling to and fro, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Man, Esau's not gonna never come back into power, man. He's never gonna rise up.
Not gonna be the third Renaissance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, shall fall and not rise again. Give all praises, man. We need these horsemen, these metaphoric horsemen to come, which is these missiles, man. You got? Well, you want to say something?
Yeah. Just a quick one, because we're talking about America being dissolved, right? It's going to be like a sacrifice, like a burnt offering to the Lord. This is Isaiah 34 verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys and rams. And Yahweh have a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So that modern day Bosra, modern day land of Idumea, is Babylon the Great. So there's a great sacrifice that the Lord's going to have there when the nukes sit and the flames come up. It's going to be like a burnt offering.
Yeah, a burnt offering, man. Because a burnt offering, it was like 2 lambs twice every day. That was burnt.
If I may, it's kind of funny because in Genesis 4, Esau couldn't offer the right sacrifice.
Yeah.
He offered the vegetables and the fruit of the ground.
Cain.
Yeah, Cain. So I said Esau, Cain in his previous incarnation. But the funny thing is, he's going to be that sacrifice. He's going to be the one getting burnt.
That's the third part of men. You know? But yeah, continue reading for where you was before. Said that the earth shall quake before them, something like that.
Joel 2 verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
That's deep. Read that part again.
Joel 2 verse 10, the earth shall quake before them,
Right.
the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
So not ordinary horsemen don't do that. Ordinary horsemen don't cause the moon and the stars to withdraw their shining. So we know these are not actual cavalry unit. This is referring to nuclear missiles, man. Continue reading.
Joel 2 verse 11, and the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. and
Right.
who can abide it?
Because it said that the stars and the moon shall withdraw their shining. But that's deep because it says in hold on. Hold on.
Like when that dust, what do you call it? The mushroom cloud comes up, it's gonna.
But ain't
Black
that in
things
that's
out.
in, that's in Joel, man. Hold on, I'm tripping, bro. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. This is Matthew's chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Is that the brother was reading? Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall down from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be what? Shaken. By what? That nuclear destruction. Right? You see what I'm saying? Going back to Joel 2, verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, man. That's right. You see? Let me get this, hold on. Zephaniah 1 verse 14. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near. It's near, meaning we're seeing them signs, man. It's not far off. It's near, man. But a lot of our people say the Lord's delaying his coming.
They put off the day of the Lord.
They put it off, they're like, nah, man, it's not gonna happen in my lifetime.
That's the worst thing someone could say, man.
It's not gonna happen in my lifetime.
They're gonna get caught sleeping, man.
Yeah, because they don't really believe. They're not watching. They're not watching for what's going on.
Measure the time religion.
Yeah, so like they're trying to delude themselves into thinking that, nah, you know, we got another 20 years time, and bro, are you even watching for what's happening? Are you even looking about what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it says, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and what? Desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. That's some blackouts, man. The blackouts last year, man. Before them when the electric grids go out, can't use your phone. That's that day. When the internet is out, you can't phone your family. You can't contact brothers in the truth. Where are you, Ark?
Can't watch no videos. Can't watch no videos.
You know? 5G is down. You know what I'm saying? Right? Trying to text a brother and don't, you see that one tick? I mean, don't you see two ticks?
You'll be lucky if your phone's even on.
You know?
So you won't be able to charge your phone.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like the book of Eli.
Yeah.
You know? It's gonna be the book of Eli, man. You're gonna go up to a man and say, listen, look, I've got these KFC wipes, man. I'll trade you for this. Yeah? You know?
You know
You'll
what?
be lucky. Water's gonna be a delicacy, man. Water's gonna be a delicacy. It's gonna be like, you got war? How much for that, man? You know? Because people will be drinking blood of that day. Blood. You know what I mean? You got something going.
Salaki, what you said was actually kind of funny there. You said trading KFC wipes, man. You know who's gonna need them KFC wipes?
The women.
So if you stock up on them, they'll be like, oh please give us some wipes.
They be like, yeah, man, we gonna give me though. You know? Hey, man, you know how these women are gonna be prostituting their bodies in that day. The covering cost for a woman is a man of the Lord, a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's her covering. If a woman got a man like that, she's blessed, man. She's blessed. A lot of these men out here are gonna have no mercy upon these women, and a lot of these women deserve it. They deserve mercilessness. But these women, they're the main scoffers, man. You see when we out here, we're teaching. They're the main ones making mockery, giving us these dirty looks and shit.
But they love it here. That's why. This is their world, their time to shine. They don't want to see Esau go down. They're enjoying being fucking sluts and whores and everything else here, man.
Hey, some real stuff, man. What it say? It says, verse 15, Zephaniah 1 verse 15, that day is a day of wrath. Wrath from who? The Most High, man. And that's the greatest wrath. You can't get more greater wrath than that. From the Lord himself. That's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. He'll do anything to you, man. He'll pick and choose. He'll be like, who's gonna get this nigga?
Yep.
Spurs will be like, you're mean. You know? You know them demons, man, on the left-hand side, they be like, I'll get him. You know what I'm saying? They be like, Most High will be like, he's got all these thousands of demons just to get one nigga. He be like, you, rhinoceros demon. Go on, you all get him, and the rhinoceros come and stample that guy, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Precept if I may.
Go on.
This is Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Sore strokes, come on.
And in a time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Appease the wrath. Then it said that the day of the Lord is a day of what? Wrath.
The spirit's going to be getting busy in that day, bro.
Those spirits are going to be making their money. Yeah. They'll be like, yeah, man, I want to work overtime. You know what I mean? A 12-hour shift. You going to get £120 for one day. £10 an hour. Yeah. You know? The spirits are going to be making their money, man. But that's a day of wrath. And that's to appease the Most High. That's to make him, that's a sweet smelling savor. When them spirits of vengeance get the 2/3 of our people, that's appeasing the Most High. Yeah. That's a sweet smell. Their death is a sweet smelling savor. So that's the job of these. There's certain spirits that are created just for vengeance, man.
Yeah.
You don't know the Most High. Come on, read on.
What? Back in Sirach, it says, verse 29.
Yeah.
Right, Sirach 39:29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
What read that again?
Fire and hail, famine and death.
Fire
and hail,
hail
and famine
famine
and death,
Famine and death, come on.
But all these were created for vengeance.
All these were created. So famine was actually created, man. When you hear famine, that's not no damn natural disaster. The Most High created famine, the spirit of famine. When people starve, man. They die from the inside out. Children die of lack of food, nutrients, man. The Most High created that. Hail, fire, death and famine. These were created.
You don't believe in that?
Come on now.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Uh-oh, teeth of wild beasts.
Like you said, the rhino charging someone.
You know. Because, you know, you got countries in Africa, they're getting ready to take that chip. The digitalized the naira. To accept a new digitalized currency. All the world systems, all the countries of the world, all their systems are looking to become digitalized. Right? To consent to a new type of currency, man. Okay? This is, again, formulating this new order of things. Whereby this devil is going to look to make all the rulers of this world, right, to implement this chip to their citizens. Read that again.
Right, so it says Surah 39:30, teeth of wild beasts.
Look, turn it from there. Up a bit.
Right, so it says, there be spirits which are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right.
Fire and hail, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Come on now.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Right. Teeth of wild beasts, man. Okay? Because when there's a blackout or there's been a lockdown, remember when there was a lockdown, all them animals came out, man.
Yeah, into the city centers.
All them animals started coming out. They were like, listen, man, all these people, they all behind doors.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna come out and claim what's mine. Them animals started coming out. You know what I'm saying? You know, the little cubs and the
Yeah.
little children coming out. You saw little like clips of like the little antelopes coming out to the open and shit.
Yeah.
Finally, it's our time.
Yeah.
You know?
That was good to see, man. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And that was good. At that time, I was thinking, yeah, man, it's finished. You know, shit, little setbacks and that. You know, it's tarrying. But wait, it will come. You know? But the Most High will put the spirits on wild ass animals, man, to get you. That's what it says in Amos chapter 5. It says, you flee from a lion and the bear met you. Someone get that, man. Amos 5.
I've got to preach something, so
You got a piece of bring out.
this is Wisdom 11, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, verse 18, actually verse 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. Verse 18, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes.
You're an Israelite. You're an Israelite. Come on, man. Come on.
Verse 19, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also terrible sight utterly destroy them. So of course,
Read that again, but read it more slowly. Read it slow.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11, verse 17, thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. Verse 18, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents or scattered smoke or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Verse 19, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them.
Break it up.
Break it down. So pretty much in this time to come, Jacob's trouble, there could be new beasts that people may spot. I know those videos where people may go in the forest, they might spot something unusual. The Abba Shimra Shai could bring those new created beasts, as it says in Wisdom 11 verse 18. Newly created creatures. Newly created wild beasts. Unknown wild beasts.
Let's get back to this. Let's get back to that.
Hey, you call for Amos, yeah?
Yeah,
So
Amos, yeah.
5 from about verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion,
Right?
and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Yeah.
Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light?
So read that part again.
Right? As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
So you know, you running down the alleyway, man. You know, then you see a lion turn around, and then like you quickly run through. You jump over a fence, man.
Bump into Yogi Bear.
Yeah, you jump over a fence, man. You jump over a fence, and then what?
Yeah, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
And then you jump over the fence, man, and you see a bear just to stand up like this. You know, a bear just to stand up like that, man. You like looking up at that. Yeah, go on.
Right? And he went into a house and leaned his hand on a wall,
Yeah.
and a serpent bit him.
So you know bears. You run from a bear. You can't run from a bear because a bear can swim, a
They
bear
can
can
climb.
run, and a bear can climb. There's no way out, man. When you be a bear, it's finished.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man. I'm out of free now. Like, I'm finished. You know,
If I
that's
may,
a grizzly.
so
Be a grizzly, man. Especially a female grizzly.
yeah.
You run into her children and you're like, oh shit, that's true. You're done, man. The female one is more aggressive than the male one.
Yeah, to defend the cubs.
Yeah. So it's like, fucking faggot, man. Anyway, so that you run that hill, you finally get away from the grizzly.
Duck into a house.
Then you like, like you lean your hand up on the wall, you're like, and you see some little serpent
Yeah.
come to bite you, gonna meet me.
Right, so it says, and it's funny because you were saying, about, if I may, you were saying that you can't escape a bear. It can climb, it can swim, it can run. The scripture says a man went into a house.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably the only way you're going to get away
That's the
from
only way from the bear.
Just go down the door, and then
You
there's
lock
some
it.
snakes in
You
there.
lock it. You lock it. You lock the door. You're in the house now. They're like, you know, I'm gonna get it, man.
Right, so it says, yeah, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or he went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Right.
Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah, because the Most High, if you're over 2/3, the Most High is gonna find a way to get rid of you, man. No matter what you think you evaded, the Most High is gonna send a spirit to get rid of you if you're a 2/3.
Yeah.
You're not gonna escape. You think you got from one trouble, you got away from the next trouble. You think you got away, the Most High is gonna get something to get rid of you, man. Okay? That sounds like a perfect movie. Like what's that movie? What's it? What's it? When like they escape death.
Final destination.
Very Final Destination. Final Destination, man. The people they escape death but they found different ways to get rid of all the people. You know what I'm saying? They thought they got away from one instance, but they found a way to get rid of them one by one. Right? That was years ago. Final Destination. That was years ago, man. But yeah, that's Final Destination right there. You know, because it's your destiny to die. If you're in 230, it's your destiny to be destroyed, man. Right? Teeth of wild beasts. That's the spirits created for vengeance. To get rid of you. Meaning, if you to die, it was your portion to die. Your spirits created for vengeance to get rid of you, specifically. Because you weren't chosen. You weren't of the elect. But if you're of the elect, the Most High's got certain angels, spirits, guiding you, man, out of these troubles. Most High's going to be what? The guide of them who keep my what? Commandments and precepts. The Lord going to guide you on a spiritual level. Most High not going to come down and say, listen, go that way, go this way. But the Most High is going to put a spirit upon you. The same when the Most High put a spirit upon the 2/3 or upon teeth of wild beasts or serpents to get rid of the 2/3, the Most High is going to put a spirit upon you and say, listen, go that way, go this way, whatever. You said? Come on now.
Proverbs 3 verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
In all your ways acknowledge him, man. Because he's going to be your stability in that time. That's your treasure. The fear of the Lord is your treasure, man. That's what it says, walk by faith and not by sight. Like Abraham, when he came to the land of Canaan, he didn't know that land. But he went there not knowing wheresoever he went, but he walked by faith. The Lord told him, listen, I'm going to lead you into a land where your seed will inherit. But he walked by faith. But he walked into a land, he didn't know where the hell he was going, but it was by faith. So that's the only thing we're going to have to guide us in that time. But it might be your portion to get arrested, though. Taken to, I don't know how these elites got it set up where, concentration camp, execution chambers, guillotines. They're going to have all that prepared, man. So we don't know how that's all going to be set up, like how they arrest you, they might come to your houses, break down your doors. The scriptures actually tell you that's going to happen. Still destroying those that fear the Lord. That's in 2nd Ezra 16. Right? You got a precept, bring it out. Any precept?
No, I've used the one I've got.
Right? Let me get this. This is back in Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, man. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Hold on, I've got the precepts here. Right. Ezekiel 34, verse 12. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. Right? In the cloudy and dark day. So when the Lord comes, it's going to be a cloudy and dark day. It's not going to be some bright, You know? It's gonna be a cloudy and dark day, man. Right? Yeah, man. Lord, you're gonna get this. Your precepts. It says Isaiah chapter 9 verse 19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. Let me read that again. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. Nuclear destruction, man. Because when you go to Revelation 14, it says the wrath. I forget how it goes. Hold on.
I don't think it's
Yeah. It says Revelations 14, verse 10. Again, let me start from verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, going to what? The microchip. The same shall drink of the wine of what? The wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with what? Fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of what? The Lamb. Use what? Yahweh Shai. Let's talk about the nuclear destruction. Those that participate in the pleasures of Egypt, this modern day time, man. You take that chip, you're going to be destroyed in what? That nuclear fire, man. Which is what resembled as the wrath of the Most High. In the presence of what? Yahweh Shai and the angelic forces, man. Which the elect will be delivered from. It's a lock, yo. Where was I at before? Is that for now? Let me get that real quick. It's a lock, yo. I've got quite a few precepts here. Let me bring them out.
Do you want me to hold something?
Huh?
Do you want me to get something?
Give me Isaiah 34.
What from the top?
Verse 5.
Right. Isaiah 34 verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Read that again, read that again.
Isaiah 34 verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Again, nuclear destruction. Come on now.
Verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah. Bozrah is another city in the land of Edom. Right? And who is Edom? Who is Esau Edom, the so-called white man himself?
Right?
So modern day Bozrah or Edom, right, is where? America, man. Okay? So the Lord have what? A sacrifice in that land.
Yep.
Meaning all the so-called white people there who descend from this Esau himself, the progenitor of the so-called white race, the Edomites, the sons of the wicked. There's a day, an hour, and a year to slay the third part of men, man. Which is them. these damn devils. Okay? Because what the scripture says, the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that has shed it. So these Edomites, the reason why they're going to be destroyed, because they're their ancestors coming back in the reincarnation. They got to pay for what they did in their past life, man. Right? They're not innocent. The scripture says, prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah.
Because they are their fathers, man. Coming back, they're not innocent. They're not like they didn't do no wrong. You did wrong because you are your fathers coming back. The third and fourth generation. You are them. But like if you eat them out come up now and you try to tell them that, they're not gonna understand it.
That wasn't me.
It weren't me. You know? That was my granddaddy. Because they're not spiritual. You just gotta tell them something they can understand and say, listen man, you basically how can I say?
Oh yeah, that
You
was,
prospered over what your forefathers did.
1890s, 1890s,
You know? So read that again. Who's reading?
I was reading.
Well, read that again.
Right, so it's back in Isaiah
by the
34,
way, trees,
verse 6. The sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made
By the
fat
way,
with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
So it said the sword of the Lord, they're going to be filled with blood. See, when the Most High is going to reach his hand down from the sky,
Yeah.
and it's not, yeah!
Swinging and slaying.
Nah, it's metaphoric, man. The scriptures have to be interpreted. That's why I said that I've set up pastors that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. So you understand what these precepts is talking about. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, then there a little. You're going to have men that are going to guide you in the understanding of these scriptures, man. Right? The sword of the Lord is bathed in blood. You know? And you don't understand what that's talking about. That sword is talking about missiles, man. And the blood is talking about that is all the people that's going to be killed, man. In America. All them grapes, the blood of the grapes. You know? Because the scripture's talking about how, you know, the Lord's going to tread the grapes
In
and
his
stuff like
wrath.
that, yeah. You know?
In his fury, he's stained his raiment.
Right. So Lord, can read that again. I was lost my train of thought.
That's alright, that's alright. Once again, Isaiah 34 and 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right?
Can I jump down to verse 8?
Hold on. Go on.
Yeah. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. You see? For the controversy of Zion. Who's Zion? The Israelites. So that's why these missiles are coming. This is why this third world war is going to be orchestrated. Because of us. So we're the center of everything. That's how important we are. We're so important that everything, all the global matters that's happening around the world is happening because of us. So we're in the center of it all. For the controversy of Israel, of Jacob. For what they have done. for what this devil has done. It's so correct, man. The things that he has wrought. Right? But he said what this land can't be cleansed. It can't be cleansed because this woman has been made drunken with our blood.
Yeah.
So the only way there's going to be a balance is by the blood of him that has shed that blood, man. And that's why the Most High has prepared the weapons of his indignation. Right? Which is those missiles. To bring about the end of this man. The end of his power. To dethrone him. To end this civilization, his world, his age, his rulership, man. What's up, precept? It's lucky. Right. Isaiah 54 verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right? Right. Jeremiah 50 verse 25. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Right? For this is the work. Didn't it say that I brought forth an instrument for his work? Lord opened up his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation. What are those weapons for that will show forth his righteous anger? The missiles, man. That's how angry with the Lord is in this place. So angry, the earth itself. That's something that I've never experienced in my whole life. And I don't want to be in the midst of it, man. I want to be saved from it. I want to be in there, man, in the chariot somewhere. I don't want to be down here while the earth is going to and fro. Like.
So like doesn't the scripture say that the righteous will scarcely be saved, and that we're going to praise him in the fire?
Yeah.
So like the nuke can be coming down, and just before it hits, that's when you're taking up. It could be something like, you're like, oh shit, man, is this it? Did I make it or not? And then Lord's willing, you get beamed up.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like, and I actually kind of like that because it makes it more dramatic. You know what I mean? Like the last minute salvation. From the hour shine, it's going to be beautiful. Lord will lift me off that number. But again, this is where faith comes in, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be getting to like them kind of times of you thinking, oh shit, I wish I'd have done more videos or this, that, and the other. We should be like, nah, man, the Lord's going to have our back. We should have that faith to believe, you know, the Lord's going to deliver us, man, because who else is out here prophesying? Who else has been standing stiffly for the name of the Lord? And if, you know what I mean? Like what the brother Yerami was saying one time, you know, when you pray to the Lord, you just use the Lord's words.